Hey, what is up guys, Ricky and welcome back to Let's Play Sanctum 2. Last time we left off we were at 5-2 coastline, and today's video we're gonna go for 5-3, which is Jellyfish Cove. To be quite honest, letting you read this before? Sorry for the skipping too quickly. If you want to read that, you can always pause the video. But yeah, man, I've been away for so freaking long that I completely forgotten how much of a mess of cables whenever I recorded my entire room becomes. It feels like my freaking laptop becomes a sex slave because the amount of stuff that is plugged in. It's kind of ridiculous. Just so I can record, I have literally all my USB ports on my laptop completely filled up. If I don't, I mean, if I would to actually plug a full steering kit for racing games, I would literally run out of the USB cable and would have to use a hub for that. That's just how many cables and USB stuff I have to plug to actually record anything. That being said, I'm glad to be back. It's been a while. Obviously, I'm kind of a type of bad let's player, just like leaves for some odd reason and never come back for a huge amount of time. I'm really sorry about that, guys. I guess I am far from being the greatest, and I am not delusional about that. I know that I kinda suck. But, I guess we're back. I said I would never abandon the Let's Play if it was possible, and yes, I will never abandon the Let's Play. If it's possible, I can still play I haven't lost my save of Sanctum, so I'm gonna finish it. Even if it takes 3 years and 57 months. I know there's 12 months in a year. Or about that. But yeah, I'll finish, eventually. It's gonna take forever, but I'll do it. We're gonna go back on my words. Other than that, what's changed? Not much, really. Still have the same recording gear and all, and then it's literally the same game, and to be quite honest, I guess it's kind of fun to actually be going back to a familiar space after being out for so long. I mean, if I were to be starting a new series, I'll probably just be so stressed about messing up the first episode that, yeah. The first episode's kind of stressful for me, because if you just, like, mess the first episode so bad, I mean, I don't know, man. It's not like the first impression. If you mess it up, it's kind of sudden. And I forgot I have this. I do. God damn. It's been so long since I played a game that I actually had secondary fire. It seems like in modern games, the whole secondary fire thing has just been forgotten entirely. It's kind of sad though, because it does bring some uniqueness to a game. I mean, I believe Doom actually got back with the whole secondary fire thing. That's pretty fun too. I don't recall any other game besides Doom that actually had a secondary fire mode. I mean, recent games, obviously. If you plunge back a little bit in games, you can actually find other games, but like very recently, it seems like the whole secondary fire thing from weapons is actually quite a arcadey concept. I mean, granted, there's a lot of grenade launchers out there, but I hardly count that as a secondary fire since it's fairly standard. If you let me say that. I mean, if you look at Sanctum secondary fire, we're talking about, yes, grenade launchers, but we're also talking about like big giant bloops of bubbles of energy just traveling very slowly, and you know, some stuff that is not typical in a shooter. Kind of stuff actually. I miss kind of stuff actually a little bit. It's that old arcadey vibe. I don't know if you guys remember your first game you played it. First FPS you played, if you ever played an FPS, but mine was Serious Sam, which was a fairly old game. Talking about secondary fire, that game didn't actually have a secondary fire on weapons, if I do remember, although it's been quite a while, so my memory could be fuzzy. I used to play the game a lot on PC. It was really freaking fun. I remember being very young and not knowing what I was doing, as per usual. Let's see, Walker. Fairly standard bunch of friendly enemies. Go up an APC there. Lasers. Focus. Let's set it up to Buffy. Yes. as well as a lightning. There is no air, so anti-air is rather useless. I'll go for a secondary focus with set at moves. There's not much anti-critter defense, but it's not that big of a deal because there is no critter. I will be upgrading this for the arcing though, because arcing is always nice, and keep the rest of the money. Actually, there's no point in keeping it. Let's go for at least level 3 lightning, because arc is fun. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna have to stand there and try to like get my dot damage out. But I have a lot of perks that actually reduce my accuracy, so good luck trying to get damage from that distance. Damage over time. But if I jump into the fray like that and I start splashing, I should be able to get some pretty good dot damage. To be honest, the guys that made this last in Sanctum did a really good job because explosive weapon match really well with actual dot damage. I mean, AoE and dot goes together like bacon and egg. Just being able to do massive amount of damage to literally everybody because you just painted them. But I guess you do give up some single target damage for that, which is, as you saw in my previous video, can be quite a pain in the ass when you see bubbleheads. Freaking bubbleheads. The only place I appreciate it is Fallout and collectors. Thinking about that, I never actually got around to collect much stuff in my life. The only thing I ever collected was Hot Wheels. Probably, I guess it's very little boy of me. But hey, always been, before I discovered FPS, I was playing racing games all the time. I still do. Still I'm a big fan of Forza. Freaking Forza Horizon 3 coming up, which is gonna be glorious and awesome, and I'm gonna spend all my time playing this. So I should probably actually make some videos so I don't disappear off the map as soon as it comes out. Not to mention it comes out actually fairly soon too. Well, soon-ish, in like a month or so. I need to look up the date. I haven't been to school for quite a while since it's holidays, summer holidays, and to be quite honest with you, I kind of lost track of the time. And man, that's aerial. Should have put some actual anti-aerial. Okay, well I might be fucked. Try to tag them. Freaking Spitflies. I overlooked that. I should pay more attention to wave indicators. Since most of the time they're literally the only thing freaking saving you. I'll go, if I can actually splash this or just shoot it like that, I should be alright. The buffers though will fuck me over quite badly because while I'm fighting with these guys are getting stronger. Which is bad. Of course it's bad. So I just need to freaking tag him. At least the Spit Flag got a huge hard-on for the players, so there's that. Also, I need to rest a little bit. And yeah, that's bad. I'm gonna lose a lot of health on this, and that's bad. Oh well. On this one, I can claim Rust, since I haven't played that game for quite a while. Also, my aim kind of sucks. It's actually fairly hard to aim on the way I'm placed because I'm not exactly in the center of the TV. That being said, I need to buy a desk. I need to buy a really good desk where I can place all of my stuff. No flyers. Well, there is healers. Just add an idea. I don't know if anti-air specifically target healers, but I will try something very funny. If it does, it's gonna be freaking awesome. Let's try that. This is a gamble because if it doesn't work, it's essentially money wasted. I'm gonna try to go put something in anti-air right here, so it's gonna go and try to shoot down the healers as they come out. So it should essentially either slow down the healers enough so they're fairly useless, or just be quite fun. Also gonna put a second ACP because these are very useful when people gang up. Although there's not that many big guys, need to verify if I. Hey, that's healer too. Wait, does that tower reach? No, it doesn't. I'm gonna sell that back. I actually try to do something a little bit more, say, fun. First of all, I'll try to go and make a maze. Does everybody love maze? Except me. I'm kidding. People makes fun of me here because I don't like watermelon. I don't know, it doesn't taste good to me. Some people like it, I don't. I actually hate it. And the reason why I mentioned maize is that, fun fact, I love corn, but I do not love corn mixed with potatoes and meat, which is a dish that we serve here. And to be honest, I like all of these separate, but when they put it together, I hate the taste a lot. But anyways, let's try see if the entire actually does anything. I wish it does. If it doesn't, I just wasted. It does! Oh, glorious me! I just realized something really useful to take care of the healers. Put a bunch of anti-airs. That's nice. That's really nice to know. I guess I'll know for next times. I always thought that like anti-air were only useful with map that has pitflies in them, but I guess map that actually have some healers, it's actually pretty useful too. It can literally just have another person taking care of all the healers for you, so you can just sit there and just blast at these fools. I guess I should have like suspected it, since you know healers are kind of in the air. And did I forget something, or it was just the blast the water done? Actually, oh yeah, I think it's just the blast of the water actually hitting me. I mean, not hitting me, but hitting the core. You know, damage. Sometimes you can't avoid it. Because sometimes I target at you, and for some reason it hit the core. Then you have all those mutators trying to buff the hovers, which is sad. Now we have like super hovers. So I'll try to get rid of the mutators first. I can take care of the hovers with some dot damage. Even if they're super buff, it shouldn't be that big of a deal. Because they can be easily just slowed down by your sheer presence, because hovers aggro you a lot. The only problem is that I'm having a hard time aiming at the back of them. Yeah, I think that these guys are gonna be hit for quite a while. They're gonna be hard to kill. If I keep dot damaging them though, they should eventually just go down. The worst part is I also don't have any critical, so that's gonna be really bad. At least they're in the range of the lasers, so lasers should just wear them down very quickly. Man, I should be really careful. That's a lot of core damage. Okay, is there any buffers? No, just a bunch of random jerks. I might put a few towers there if I ever see a random bunch of buffers. Mutators, I believe they're called. Just spawning and just making my entire life difficult. By giving little pluses to enemies. Pluses are only fun when they're on your equipment. Man, I miss playing old RPGs. It's been a while since I played one. Anyways, let's see. Okay, so we love really big guys. I guess the lasers will get a buff to level 3. That's obvious. Both lasers will get buffed to level 3. Because if they don't, we'll be in a world of pain. Here we go. Don't have any money for anything, so I guess I'll just go and shoot. I'm mostly afraid about nothing. Actually, this wave should be fairly easy. It's kind of is the composition that I can easily deal with. The armored heavy because I have massive fire damage. The spitters because I got an RPG which I can just tag them all with crazy amount of fire. And that's pretty much it. I just need to keep on top of things and keep weakening the entire wave by rocketing them, and it should be a very easy wave. Although Sanctum giving me an easy wave means that I'm pretty sure that it's going to give me a shit one after. As you know, There's no such thing as free money. Probably want this wave just to give you an excuse to just give you some cash so you can actually build a bunch of towers for the next one. That's one thing I kind of like about Sanctum, the ability to sell towers without losing any cash. It really helps in some maps where your tower composition needs to change a lot. It also means that when you activate the skull, well, I say skull because I'm playing a lot of Halo, but the modifier that makes selling towers not give you all the money back, it's actually a modifier to make the game harder. It does in fact make the game quite harder on some maps, not every map, because some maps you can go with static tower placement and you'll be alright. You don't need to change much. But on map you need to change a lot. It can be very difficult. If, let's say, first wave you have a lot of flyers, second wave you have a lot of heavy guys, and third wave you have a lot of critter. If you don't have much money, what you can do is just go for like anti-air, then go for lightning, then go for actual ACPs. The thing is, if you're playing with with the modifier that means you cannot sell at full price, you may want to go for more polyvalent towers because you don't want to be losing that sweet money. Especially if you're playing multiplayer, you need to guard with your pals so they don't fuck you over by selling and buying all the time. Let's see. Mutators, Spitflies are healers, Spitflies I believe. And let's go. So I'll need an anti-air. I don't believe I have one. I think I removed it. Yeah, I did. If I put that there, it should be alright. This should provide coverage for everything. I'm getting level 3, so the coverage is fairly long, so I don't have to take care of Spitflies anymore. This is more critters, so 1 ACP level is gonna be it. And I'm gonna save money for next wave into another lightning tower because I feel my lightning towers are a little bit missing. Oh, runners are so easy to deal with when you have that character. Just aim and just let everything die. Let's mention that APCs will just completely destroy them. And this time around, I'm actually gonna go and take care of the mutators before they make an invincible runner. It's not big of a deal, but because me taking care of the mutators will also take care of the runners, since my splash damage will pretty much destroy the shite out of him. Spitfires are getting destroyed, as per usual. Just need to make sure that these guys die too. And that should be wave complete. Mutators again, mutators and mutators. Oh boy, that's bad. It's the kind of time where I wish I had a sniper rifle, but I don't. So what do? I can go for lightning as soon as they spawn. Or very close to their spawn. That's an ACP. ACP? Is it an ACP? Man, it's been so long I don't even remember the tower name. Correct me if I said the wrong thing the entire time. But yeah, let's go for full lightning here, just so by sheer hope power could destroy some of these guys, although I highly doubt it. I'm mostly going to be focusing here so I can actually deal with the annoyers before they spawn. Trying to aim for the mutator here. That's one done. Now I'm gonna go for this one prick. I should probably shoot at my foot sometimes to actually get away quickly, rather than trying to jump backwards and use the recoil of my RPG to move me backward. That's another mutator. I believe I see one in the back right here. I need to take care of him. It's important. There's two ways to go about mutators. Either you go quickly kill the entire wave, or you go and quickly kill them. Either way, you need to go quickly. The key with the mutator is speed. Fortunately, speed is very difficult when you're alone because you can't cover as much as you could cover if you were to be playing multiplayer, let's say. Although, as an added bonus, enemies are very weak when you're playing single player, so I guess it's fair. I guess probably the best way the easiest time you're gonna have with mutators if you play like 2 players, because you don't get as much enemy health, but you do get the added gun, which is useful. Come on, mutators. Fun fact, relying on your own damage is good and bad at the same time, because you see, you can place a lot of towers to up your tower damage, but you can never up your own damage. Your own DPS will always be fixed, no matter how much you try, because you can't upgrade your own weapon. Which means in Sanctum, you need to bear in mind that technically, if you're going for high wave, you should be relying a little bit more on your towers and a little bit less on yourself, technically. Okay, so we got a bunch of healers, 7 of them, and no mutators inbound. That's gonna be a wave that's not gonna be that difficult. I'm gonna go ahead and like finish that level up. Also going to go for lightning tower right in their spawn as well. Again, to deal with the possibility of a mutator. And I have a lot of tower blocks. It's gonna be nice because it's gonna allow me to start delaying these guys a little bit more. Although I gotta be careful, because if there's mutators, I don't necessarily want them to delay. I want the wave to converge as fast as possible, so I can start dealing damage as fast as possible. Right there in the spawn, if that upgraded, it should help at least whittle down a little bit the entire thing. So now let's go ahead like that. Push these guys against the lightning tower and also create a zigzag. And keep on zigzagging. There you go. That should be about it for the entire maze. Obviously, there's still gonna be some tower bases coming in, but I believe that we don't really need any more than that. So I think I won't even bother actually putting tower blocks on the last wave. There is no mutator, so we just have to go straight in the fray. Have to worry about petty things such as killing mutators. Just focus. The healers should be taking care of themselves by the splash damage of my guns or the entire when they're gonna get in reach. So I'm not too worried about them, because healers are only annoying on tougher enemies. So if you see a tough enemy, you just divert your attention to the healer and you should be alright. They probably are again a lot more irritating in multiplayer, where enemies have more health, because it's harder to kill the enemy before the healer starts to be a pain in the ass. But to be quite honest, I haven't really played much of Sanctum in multiplayer. I pretty much played it only solo, actually. So I don't really know that much of the dynamics. I know I played a couple of games with a buddy of mine, but I can tell you that much, playing multiplayer is actually a lot harder than playing single player. Because you got to account for the fact that you both have to find a strategy that matches both playstyle and share the resources, and to also, again, tougher enemies. So you can do less by yourself, and you have to rely more on teamwork. And to be quite honest, teamwork can be somewhat difficult when both players are noobs, aka me and him, because you don't know what you're doing and don't know what you're gonna do. Although I've played so much of it that even if I haven't played multiplayer, I pretty much know a good chunk of how to set decent multiplayer strategies, because I played with pretty much every weapon and perks. So I kind of know what could potentially make some pretty decent combos. As you can see, when I'm playing this loadout, this particular loadout that's like my best loadout that I have, you can see that I really change his towers around, for a simple reason that the towers I choose are very, let's say, complementary of what I'm actually using as weapon. I should use drone towers a lot more, but I don't know if I should get rid of the lightning or the laser. In my opinion, I think I should start getting rid of the lightning. Lightning is nice, but the focus tower is really good. And the thing is, I could always use the drone for both heavy. Although, again, the focus is also an entire heavy, so I don't know. I don't really need a good variety of entire small dudes with that loadout, because most of the entire the ground control for little guys it's gonna come from my weapons. Also, you guys notice I don't really use the battle rifle, so I can read that much. It's a decent thing. It's a mine. Like, just gonna show it. Is it a mine or a time thing? I don't know. It's pretty good. You can just... Yeah, it's actually pretty good. It's just that I tend to just try to shoot at the target instead. But I believe you can detonate. Can you detonate the freaking gunfire? That's a good thing. I never actually... Yeah, you can. So I guess if you really want to use it, I don't really use it because, like I said, I like the primary fire a lot more. I guess you could just, like, I don't know. Come on, I need an example. You died. Just shoot a bunch of mine at your near your enemies and just shoot a rocket in it, and you get a pretty nice detonation. Okay, so hovers, bad. Okay, this my tower can deal with. I hope this can probably deal with my tower. This can't be dealt with. So I'm gonna go and sink all of my stuff into overcharging this one. Gonna give a massive amount of damage, which will likely kill a few of them. And then I'm gonna go stand right here.
Balloons are on their way.
Man, already +3. God damn, I hate freaking mutators. Oh nice, a bunch of them. That's a really good thing. Because a pack of these means I can eliminate a lot of mutators very quickly.
Bits and pieces.
By the way, mutators and healers, they go away once if all the attacking enemies dies. So you don't really, technically you don't have to kill mutators or the healers. You can just focus on the enemies. It's just that if you don't kill them, killing the enemies are gonna be very difficult. So you better actually kill them. Okay, now I just need to go back to my towers and try to attack these guys from really far away, so I can just start dealing with them. One should be die. Okay, let's go and tag the hovers at this point because these guys gain a lot of pluses, which is bad for business. Also, it's moving a little bit too much to be able to hit it with regular fire, so I'm just gonna go and unleash a barrage. The only bad thing about the RPG is that if you're trying to aim for a small spot with it, it's very difficult because the bullets are slow, and I'm using I'm actually using a perk that makes my RPG less accurate than usual. So it can be fairly difficult. At least the laser towers, the way they're placed there, they aim straight for their weak spot, which means a lot of damage will be done. I can just aim for the back and we should be alright. We should be good to go. I believe that was the last wave. Nice.
Come on.
Man, that health is draining fast. The focus towers do more. Yeah, there's one less. I guess I was dumb. The focus towers get more damage as they focus on a target, so it's fairly easy for them to just pile a ridiculous amount of damage on as they shoot a lot. Gonna get second anti-air just because there's a ridiculous amount of healings. Of healers. Since I'll be fighting there, I'm actually gonna go and place the anti-air where I'm gonna be fighting. For a simple reason that this is gonna actually be helping a lot. It's gonna be helping me not having to worry about healers, so I can focus on beating down these fools. It's actually, I don't know if you noticed, but it's actually like taking a little turn here. Probably trying to avoid tower damage. I'm just gonna go and shut that down, forcing them to take a straighter line. That actual line on the ground here that Sanctum actually displays is actually very precise. It will actually go out of their way to avoid tower radius if they can. So just be careful with that. Placing a random tower in the wild will not get you much damage since they're actually gonna try to dodge it.
Right, here we go.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be the mother of her. Oh, it's a walker matriarch. That's bad. I'll have to deal with that soon. Again, me not paying attention to info. Good thing that most of the ears are gonna die, so should be alright. I just killed the matriarch before it started busting a hole through my barriers. I can actually, if I can aggro it like that, I can slow it down. And here you go. No more buses, no more troubles. We're done. So I just need to wipe the rest, and we should be alright. The healers are just gonna die at some point, so the rest of the way is gonna be just fairly easy. Cannon fodder. You can see just a bunch of bits of healer just splatting everywhere. So yeah, good thing I placed those anti-air, man. They basically took out of most healers I had to deal with, so the boss was just an easy prey. The boss tried to buzz down a path straight to the core. Again, they're smart. The boss trying to buzz on this side because there was less tower on this side and this side because of the lightnings. So again, Sanctum AI, pretty good. Just got an achievement. What for?
We got him.
What for? Never had that. Wait. Control F. Was better late than never, right? Ah, 50. Oh well. I guess I'm level 50 now. Oh really? Oh really? Moving increase damage 5. Damn, that's gonna be really good on Hagen. On Sweet too, I mean, I'm always moving and never in place. I might have to reconsider my perk loadout. Yeah, I might have to increase my perk loadout. I mean, reconsider perks. Before I leave, guys, I'm actually quite curious now. Would be room for that? Well, no, I think I already have 50%, which is the accuracy thing. I don't know. Maybe I guess we'll see next video. So guys, it was Elderbrick here, and I'll see you later, folks. See ya later.